Okay.
She will never be a director.
No, I am
now
not.
it's still cutting the top of her head off.
Well,
Back it up a little.
we could go back. We'll be so little on the screen. There we go. Oh, now we look.
Now look mean.
Yes, I mean.
Arr.
No.
Look casual. Just look casual.
Oh, goodness. Okay, well, anyway.
Well, are we really cutting off the top of our heads?
I think we are. I think we might.
We're gonna stop for 1 minute. We're gonna get one more book. Stop while I go get another book.
No. Because.
Well, you know what? We can put it on top of, put the books on top of this.
Hold on, people. You'd think we would have thought of this ahead of time. We're trying to get it set up here. Oh, that's way better.
I should be the director.
Yes, I think so.
Of course, I look like a toughie when I sit like that. But that's why I said I'm comfortable.
Okay.
We're ready.
And now we're ready.
We're ready now. We're ready for our close-up.
For
Mr.
our
Miguel.
whatever Wednesdays. That's what we decided on.
Whatever Wednesdays. Yes.
Sounds like a good plan, anyway. And I guess Sandy has some questions from you guys.
Yes,
So we're going to start with those and then see where it takes us.
Blue Bonnet 101 wants to know when Denise started Weight Watchers and what kind of a weight program I follow.
I started it in the end of April. I had gone to my doctor's and she told me I was pre-diabetic. And I think my first date, I don't have it with me, I think it was like April 28th or something like that. So I've been going since. Not always losing every week, but I have not given up.
I thought it was earlier than April 28th because Sue passed away in March and that's when you went to the doctor's.
No, it was April.
It was April?
Yep. Because it was the end of July, 3 months later, that I had to get my double check on it.
She knows all. She's smart.
You think I would remember my own program?
And then were you ever on Weight Watchers before?
I think we did it before.
Yeah, we did it once before.
I didn't really do it the right way the last time at all. So that was years ago too. We've tried Tops together.
Yes, Tops was.
I hate to talk bad about anything. I don't even know if they even do that anymore.
Well, you know, I have friends that go to Tops, and it's kind of changed from when we went. But when we went, that'll just go to voicemail. When I'm not like Denise, I don't have to take the calls. But when we went to, you know what's going to happen is after the phone rings, if it's my sister-in-law, then my mother phone's going to ring. I'm going to ignore that one too.
Oh, that's nice.
She doesn't follow me on Facebook, so or whatever.
As far as you know.
No, she doesn't because it.
I'm going to let her know now.
Well, I'll talk nicely about her then. But go 3, 2, 1. Okay, so maybe that wasn't her. But when we went to Tops, that they always got, you know, like once a week you had to pick something that you weren't going to eat, and if they'd said cookies, they'd go,
no cookies. We can't have any cookies.
It's like,
and they were older ladies.
yes,
It was just,
like my age now. But,
yeah, but it was
we
funny.
were like
We'd always know, so we'd say something like ice cream. Ice cream. Oh, we can't.
And then when they had their Christmas parties, they went like, we didn't lose
weight loss.
We didn't lose any weight during that. But,
no.
And then we went to Weight Watchers, and you know, I'll be honest with you. I think that if they charged less, they'd have more people, and they would make more money because
They'd get more people.
So I told you she'd be calling. But if I put ignore, then she'll call the other phone again. So I'm sorry, you just have to listen to my Irish song.
Just hit and it stops it.
Well, that was Mary. That was Mary. It wasn't Barb.
Oh, that's our sister.
We should have called. We should take her, and then we can have her on the thing with us. Mary, are you there? Mary? Oh, you're on our podcast right now.
I don't think. You know, we're filming for our whatever Wednesdays, and so you are on speakerphone with the audience.
With our.
So don't talk badly about us.
Sweet. I'll try not to. It's tough though.
Yeah, I know. So what real quick did you want?
My fitness is not working today, so I have to recharge it. So I only got like 1,600 steps in, but I'll have to charge it when I get back home tonight.
Oh, okay. And then you're coming for dinner Friday?
I don't know. That's one of the reasons I'm calling you is because I've been working a lot of overtime. I've been working 2 hours every night. I'm on my way home now.
Sure.
And I'm working off those Saturdays, so I'm not sure if I'm working Friday then or not.
All right, well, you don't need to watch this video. You don't need to watch this video because we were just making fun of you. I just thought of that. So don't watch the Wacky Wednesdays from today.
Yeah, Yeah, really.
Now she's gonna go right into it.
All right, well, I'll talk to you later because you're interfere with our broadcast.
Bye.
Are you calling me or talking to me?
Yeah, we're saying goodbye.
Well, I wanted a question for you real quick.
Oh, okay. What's your question?
She's calling in.
What was the name of the restaurant was that we went to
Oh.
when Uncle Tim died?
Where we went? Where?
When Uncle Ken died?
Oh,
Yeah, the restaurant in Dodge Park.
I have no idea.
I forget. I'll find out and let you know.
Well, it might be too late by then. I'm driving taxi by then.
Oh, then,
Oh.
then you'll know.
Thank you anyway.
All right, goodbye.
Bye. Okay.
Thank your podcast.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Oh, I
Whatever.
hung up. I
Oh, didn't hang up. Well, we don't want to talk about it.
We might still talk about her. But anyway, what was the question again? Oh, so
Oh.
you got to talk about your weight.
Oh, I have like for breakfast I
Oh,
have.
don't go over what you're eating.
Yeah.
What kind of plan are you
Oh,
on?
I eat fruits and
to go through her
vegetables.
whole menu. Trust me, I hear it every day.
I don't eat anything good. It's just anything good would be fattening stuff, but
You have
I just-
fattening things, but you have it in moderation. That's the thing.
I don't even have it in moderation. I just well, you know.
Yes, you do. Don't tell me you don't have anything good because that's a lie. You do. You had a piece of cake.
Well, I have a piece of cake.
What's I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I do have
in
cake.
moderation.
I do in moderation.
You're doing good and watching what you're eating, but she's not like counting calories.
No, I don't
or
count calories.
Following any particular program.
But
She's
I
just
think
kind
the
of-
walking does it for me because if I didn't exercise, it would be bad.
Anyway, okay.
Um,
Next question.
Next question is, well, not really a question, but just a statement that I wanted to say to Julie Hasselberger, Hassleberger. I started following her, and she has a handicapped son, and I have a cousin that his son was born prematurely too, and so they have issues with him. He's an adult now, and he's living in assisted living, but he has the same things going on in his life like she has going on in hers. But I can relate to her about cleaning out stuff and getting rid of it because Denise was going to have a garage sale and I was going to bring all my crap over to her house. But
You had it right.
but then she never had it, so she's trying to talk me
Because
into
I was
having one.
busy.
Yeah, she was always busy.
I put it all in boxes. I'm going to have it in the springtime.
But see, I'm not because
She's
like,
just going to get rid of her stuff.
I'm just going to get rid of my stuff. Mine is mostly baby stuff that I had for my kids when they had brought their kids over for my grandchildren. But I've been informed by my children that they're not planning on having any more children. So all done with the babies. So sad.
Anyway.
So now I got to wait for my great-grandbabies, but I'll wait for those
No,
because
yeah.
David's only 14,
Yeah,
so we
let's-
want him to wait.
Let's not hurry that along.
But so my husband and I are going to go down and clean the basement, and we're going to have that done.
okay, what's the next one?
Then
Let's try to get some in.
yes.
We've been
Well,
bad.
well, no, I wanted to. She's
Okay.
got a good channel. You should check out her channel.
Okay.
It's Julie Hasselberger. I forgot to write down who said this, but somebody wanted to know our most embarrassing moments in our life. At least one embarrassing moment. I know yours.
I don't even know. Well, what did you think mine
The
was?
parrot on your shoulder.
I didn't find that embarrassing.
She should have.
I happened to have just had a couple too many to drink, and we were down in Detroit, and they have a plaza area where they have
Heart Plaza.
and they have like music and whatnot, and so people were down there, and somehow or another somebody had a stuffed parrot, and I had it on my shoulder.
She was dancing
And I
all
was dancing
over.
around. But see, I wasn't embarrassed because I had been drinking, so there's no embarrassment when you're drinking. You
I
really
guess.
don't know. I can't think of anything that would say embarrassing. Oh, no, that would have been Mary's most embarrassing. Let me think.
Well, Mary's been on our podcast today. Let her know what was her most embarrassing moment.
I had a friend where I worked,
I love this one.
and I won't even say names. I probably shouldn't even say it because, no, I don't think she doesn't watch because I don't talk with her much anymore.
You'll find out.
I'll find out if I do now. But, and Mary had started work there after I had been working there a while, and she went to lunch with me and my friend,
We'll call her Jane.
and I'm not even gonna say names, and then this other girl, and then Mary, and so we went to lunch, and we started talking, as people do, about work people, about what people look like, which is terrible, but I was much younger then, so was Mary, so that was something we talked about, and so she said, if you thought she was ugly, you should see, and she named a person. And so I kicked Mary underneath the table, and Mary's like, what? She didn't know. And I just was like, so we went back to lunch, a dead silence at the table.
Oh, you work together.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, dead silence at the table. We go back to lunch, we go back from lunch, and they had those these short cubes, you know, they weren't all the way up. So I had to go low. I crawled on the ground to get to Mary because I wanted to see her face. When I told her that the woman that she had mentioned was the identical twin mothers of the two that were sitting at lunch with us. They were cousins, and those were their mothers, and that's what she said was the ugliest woman ever. Oh my God, Mary was mortified. And I don't know how they ever talked to her again, but they did.
But they did.
But I'll never forget that. You thought she was ugly. They were talking about her mother. Their mothers, because they were identical twins. Anyway.
Mary used to take videos of people at work, and then she'd say
On the video,
she'd say, well, I'm taking this video, so when I go home and talk about you, the people, my family will know who I'm talking
they'll
about.
get to see what
and they
you
went,
look
oh,
like.
you're so funny, Mary. She was doing it.
I can't think of my most embarrassing, really.
Mine was when Jim and I first started dating. I've been dating him since I was in the 11th grade in high school. And this will just show you how old I am. Is back in the 60s is when they first started building malls. And I started going out with Jim in 1967. And we wanted to park. And back then, it was kind of hard to find a place to park. It's like, you know, just to make out and stuff. We didn't do anything nasty. But well, we didn't do. We were just dating. We just started, you know. But anyway, we wanted our privacy. So back when I was younger, stores were closed on Sundays. And every night of the week, they were only open on Mondays and Thursdays. So we went like on a weeknight, like on a Wednesday night. It was about 7 o'clock at night. And we were at Eastland. And we were just going to town. And all of a sudden, there's a rap on the window. And it was the police. Somebody had called because there was a suspicious vehicle in the middle of an empty parking lot. They made us get out, and they questioned us, and then they threatened to bring me home to see my parents, and I was crying, and needless to say, we never parked there again. But I was so embarrassed because, you know, Jim was in the moment, and it was obvious he was in the moment, if you know what I'm saying. And so I was embarrassed for him, but the police kind of drew that out a little bit more because it was so obvious. But that would be my most embarrassing moment.
I still don't have one. I guess I don't get embarrassed easy.
She's too mature.
Maybe that's it. Well, I did silly things, but I just didn't get embarrassed by them. I owned it. Okay.
Okay, and then one was from California, and she just wanted to know how come we get along so well.
Well, when we were growing up, she's 10 years older. There's 6 of us, and you know, there's 6 of us all together. There were 6 of us all together. But when she was 10 years older than me, I was never a part of her life.
She wasn't.
She had her own life. She was, you know, dating, and I was 7, you know, or whatever, you know, who wants them around. And so that whole beginning part, she wasn't a part of my life, and I wasn't a part of her life. And actually Mary, who was on the phone, she's 2 years older than me. Mary and I were pretty close, because obviously we were close in age. But so growing up, we just always did everything together as a family, and then we would do everything with our cousins. And so it was very family oriented the entire time we were growing up. And we had cousins who weren't really our cousins, but we thought of them as cousins, just friends of my mom, and they had a big family too. So I think it's just always going. We had Sunday dinners all the time, and my mother just always wanted us to keep us close. And we all lived together in the same area on the east side of Detroit. You know, we can say east side of Detroit, like in subdivisions around there. So we never moved physically too far from each other either. But I think that when it really came to that we were closer was when my mom lived with Sandy, and I was married, and my kids were very little, and then I wanted to move closer to her to help with my mom because she was having medical issues. And I think that just seeing her like daily just kind of brought that closer together. I think that's when we kind of came back together and as close as we are now. And we just always since then have lived very close to each other.
Yeah.
And so therefore, and now she's not working, and I wasn't working, and now I'm working a small time. My other sisters, you know, they worked, you know, Sue didn't. Well, she did, but not at the end.
You want to call that.
But anyway, and I don't know. That's just how I think we got back together.
Yeah, Mary lived with me for the longest time. And then
it's not that we're not close with Mary. It's just she has to work, so we don't talk during the day.
She works long hours too. She really does. She's a legal secretary, so she works a lot of hours.
She lives by us, but not right by us like we are.
No, she's probably about 15 or 20 minutes away.
And so was like my brother and my sister. Well, they were all very close. We were never within farther than 20, half hour at the most.
First time my brother moved out, and he was only 15 minutes away. We drove to his house one time for dinner, and we thought we're never going to get there. It's like forever. And now
we all had lived really, really
like,
close together.
Like right there.
And I think it was really my mom and having those Sunday dinners and just expecting us to be there, and we just did. And then we wanted to be. Now Sandy has taken that over, and she does her Friday night dinners, and so she's kind of the center hub of our family of coming to dinner. And myself and my family, I'll come every Friday. And Mary, we're asking, she'll come when she can. And Michael, my brother, comes when he can. So
my kids come.
They're always there, yeah. So I think it's just because we just never stop being together.
And then my ex-daughter-in-law comes on opposite weeks that my son comes.
You can't get out of our family.
You're hooked in. You're just hooked in. You just really are. And I mean, we've just always, even when we were growing up, because Michael ended up marrying Molly, and Molly was Sue's husband, Bruce's sister. So, I mean, it was just just a small family. And then I married Jim, and Jim's sister Bertie married my best friend's brother. So it was just, back then, it was just so much different. I just wish that kids nowadays could have grew up when I grew up. Because, I mean, even though things were stricter and that, I really do look back. I had so much fun. I mean, we played outside till the streetlights came on, and you just knew you had to be home for dinner, and you had a family dinner, and you all sat around, and that's what I kind of want to keep instilled in my family, and I think that's why I do the family dinner. Because
we have family, my family. We have
my kids, they have dinner, but they don't sit at a table like normal.
Yeah.
That's just the way people are nowadays, and like if I wanted to talk to my mom, I talk to my mom, but my daughter calls me every day. I do talk to my daughter Christy every day, but my son does communicate with me. Both of them do, but.
Through texting.
And,
that's more of a man thing.
But I mean, I think that's just how it is. I had a hard time having Jim call his mom, so I can kind of understand. Boys just, like they say, a daughter's your daughter for the rest of your life, and the son is just theirs till they take a wife. So, hey, I made a rhyme. I'm sure somebody else has said it before, but I can't give credit to whoever it was because I don't know who it was. But I'm going to take credit for it. So, but.
I think that's about it because we're on 17 minutes already.
Oh, we're sorry.
Of silliness.
Well, it was all Mary's fault.
But if you want to put questions down at the end of this one, or something a topic, it doesn't even have to even be a specific question if you want a topic, and we can talk about it.
We'll try to be more organized at the beginning.
Yeah, I will get it better set up. And we hopefully won't get a phone call in between. But
she did last week, I did this week.
Exactly. So. We'll try not to do that because that is actually.
But you did want to hear from Mary. So.
Yeah.
And I would like to mention that one of the pops I didn't mention last week was Sunkissed, because someone in my family does drink Sunkissed and was brought up. I won't mention names, but it's the person that calls me every day, and she's my daughter.
That's what I'm saying, not me. You're looking at me like, I thought you were looking at me like it's me. I'm like,
we won't say her name.
Water.
She knows who she is. She knows.
Water and then more water.
And then my other son drinks Gatorade, just so we're clear, everybody knows. And my husband drinks
because
milk.
They watched these. At first, when they found out I did this channel, they all laughed at me, number one. And then when they found out she was in it, they were like, oh,
I'm a star.
And then I said, well, you got to follow so you can hear her. I want to listen to that. And now they look forward to listening to that.
They complain when she's not on.
Mm-hmm.
They really
well, not so much me. It's more you because it's their mother.
No, they complain when she doesn't put a video up.
Well,
anyway. Christy does. Okay. Christy watches you all the time.
I know, but I'm just saying, if they really, my kids don't watch just yet. They can look back later. See how silly I was. Yeah. Anyway.
Shout out to all my cousins. We have out-of-town relatives
we do,
that watch
and this is how they can keep track of us. Yes. So. That's kind of why I do all those travel ones, which probably are boring to people. I know that quilt one was pretty boring, but I was like, I didn't want to...
But it was nice to see, because I'm familiar with the area, but
I did feel bad because there wasn't any people in it, but I had all those ladies, and I wasn't going to, anyway.
We want to say hi to Paul and Kathy and Lynn and Dale and Sarah and Stuart.
There you go.
Those are about the only ones we do. Shout out. Well, when are you going to end this?
I know, it's already going to go on 20 minutes, and we're going to get it before it hits that. So, like us, subscribe, comment, and share. See you next time.